Now this is more like it. Paper Mario the Origami King is a divisive game for numerous reasons, but one element that has been universally loved from the start is its soundtrack. The song list is enormous and incredibly varied, and was so popular that the 2024 remake of The Thousand Year Door had its remixes styled after this game's music. Brace yourselves, this is going to be another long one. Origami King's lead composer is Yoshito Sekigawa, who worked on the Advance Wars games and the 2000s era Fire Emblems, and he's joined by 4 other composers: Sho Murakami, the sound director for Paper Mario Color Splash; Hiroki Morishita, Fire Emblem's main composer from New Mystery of the Emblem through Heroes, along with Fumihiro Isobe and Yoshiaki Kimura. This is a solid group, so let's see what they've cooked up for us. Like older Paper Mario games, Origami King has a special battle theme for story-specific events, but this one blows the older ones out of the water with intense metal guitars and peppy synths, a combination you wouldn't expect to work well, but does so wonderfully. Unlike previous Paper Mario games, the standard battle theme has different variants depending on the area you're in, and honestly they kinda peaked with the first one, the Red Streamer battle. It's super catchy and jazzy, and is a contender for the best standard battle theme in the series. Toad's BBQ Food Eatery brings out the cheery country vibes. If this song was played at an actual BBQ, maybe I'd actually attend one. Overlook Mountain is very whimsical, as you'd expect for an early game area, giving off the feel of exploring the great outdoors. In case you ever wanted to hear Brazilian samba in a Mario game, Paper Macho Soccer is exactly that. Very unexpected, but pretty fun. The Velimental area battle theme switches out the jazz instruments for an erhu, which makes it less fun, but fits the setting of a temple well enough. The Velimental's boss theme is powerful and chaotic, but still carries an air of whimsy befitting the Mario universe. It's one of my favorite songs in the game. The Missile Maestro has quirky synths backed by heavy metal guitars, clearly the most logical choice for a boss fight against a sentient box of colored pencils. I joke, but the tonal dissonance between the intense music and a ridiculous boss fight makes it pretty memorable. The Battle Lab theme sounds like a wrestler entrance theme. It gets you hyped up for a fight with its upbeat synths and hard guitar. Autumn Mountain is majestic with beautiful Chinese instruments, kind of reminiscent of Kung Fu Panda. And its exclusive battle theme follows suit, adding in an electric guitar and a stupidly catchy beat to make for one of the best battle themes in the game. I didn't catch this at first, but Chestnut Valley is actually a reimagining of Mario 3's athletic theme. Have a listen and see if you can hear it. The Blue Streamer battle theme is unfortunately not as good as the Autumn Mountain one, but the Japanese instruments still make it a fun listen. Tranquil Pipes Tea House is a remix of Maple Treeway from Mario Kart Wii, a very calming remix at that, which was a very nice surprise. The Shuriken Dojo is fast-paced and frantic, like what you would hear in a ninja movie. The Big Show Theater has a segment that plays Swan Lake of all things, which then switches to a loud punk ska version out of nowhere. This is the last thing I expected to hear in a Paper Mario game, but I'm not complaining, this is pretty sick. All of the area bosses use the wonky synths and heavy metal guitars the Missile Maestro uses, but the Elastic Entertainer is a lot more wobbly and bouncy, which I guess works for a boss made out of rubber bands. Shogun Studios is a mix of traditional Japanese music and swing, two styles I would never picture together, but in typical Nintendo fashion, they make the fusion work really well. The Unsettling Area battle theme is a rough, greedy version of the battle theme, and I mostly bring it up because it uses harmonicas and somehow makes them feel gritty too. I wouldn't have thought harmonicas could be used like that, but here we are. The Princess Peach ship has a very relaxing theme. I could picture this being used on actual cruise ships between all the annoying pop songs. The Yellow Streamer battle theme has more melancholic desert instruments, but maintains the catchy melody and fun drum beat. Sniff City is another crazy style fusion, this time mixing Indian sitars with Las Vegas show tune music, and once again they blend together great. But the boss really likes disco, so Disco Devil is naturally a disco track that also includes desert strings, making it stand out from the rest of the boss themes. It's so good, even the boss itself dances to the beat. Shroom City is a step down from Sniff City, losing the gritty nighttime vibes, but it still has that show tune flair and catchy beat. The purple streamer battle theme is probably the least remarkable one, but the accordion and winds do fit the seafaring setting well. Exploring the Great Sea has a great sense of adventure and grandeur, while miraculously not referencing the Wind Waker, so it stands out well on its own. The Princess Peach Restoration Party is another peppy dance track, and again, something I'd much rather listen to on an actual boat than whatever random song someone plays over a radio. The Sea Tower has a whole series of songs that plays when you travel through different areas, and my favorite is the second floor with the piano. It kinda reminds me of Booster's Tower from Super Mario RPG. The Shifty Sticker has synths that somehow accurately simulate the sound of tape being pulled off a tape dispenser, which I don't think anyone was asking for, but what else would you do for a boss fight against a giant tape dispenser? Shangri's Spa has lovely vocals and winds that give off a nice sense of tranquility, providing a nice cool down after the last couple chapters. The green streamer battle theme carries over the choir and instruments from the Shangri Spa, making for the most peaceful of the standard battle themes, but keeping the fun beat. Remember when I said most of the bosses use distorted synths and metal guitars? Boss Fight, yes, that's the actual song title, is literally nothing but distorted synths and metal guitars, and I honestly find it a little grating, which sucks because I know a lot of you love this song. It's not bad or anything, but it's never been a track I've wanted to come back to much. Battle at Bowser's Castle has a menacing orchestra with a great guitar solo, providing an intense backdrop for the showdown between Bowser's minions and their origami-fied selves. Paper Mistake Buzzy Beetle is pretty short, but pretty freaky for a mini-boss literally made up of cut-up bits of Bowser's minions. They're made of paper, they're fine. The dual-bladed Duelist is the wildest boss theme here. It's extremely fast and unruly, and even includes some dubstep in between the shrieking guitars. Dog-eared Fight is suitably booming and triumphant sounding for an airship battle, almost sounding like a Zelda boss theme to me. Origami Castle is a fantastic final dungeon theme, being very grandiose while incorporating a twinge of melancholy, particularly towards the end when the guitar and violins come in. It even plays during battles, giving a wonderful sense of finality. The Fanged Fastener is really weird. It's just as intense as the other boss themes, but there's a sense of silliness here too, which, considering the stapler is basically King Ollie's guard dog, it actually works. The final battle with King Ollie himself is split into 3 phases. The first phase is accompanied by a bombastic rock track with elemental strings, setting the stage for the final showdown with a bang. The second phase is more ominous and has less focus on the main melody, with a pounding beat and tense instrumentation to boot. And as is Paper Mario tradition, the final phase theme is also the best. It's a sweeping, borderline operatic theme with powerful strings, a killer guitar, and dueling male and female vocalists to make a theme that I honestly consider on par with the Shadow Queen's final battle theme, and a fantastic way to send off the game. Paper Mario the Origami King's music is pretty freaking great. There really is something for everyone here, and it's all very high quality. The gameplay might be far removed from what Paper Mario used to be, but at least the music is still in top form. That being said, I wouldn't call it top tier. I think the Thousand Year Door's music is more memorable overall, particularly the boss themes, which are more varied than Origami King's overuse of wobbly synths and shredding guitars. So I have to put Origami King lower than it on the list, but not too much lower. I'm ranking Paper Mario the Origami King at 15th place, ahead of F-Zero X, but behind Mario Kart 7. I definitely think Origami King's quantity and quality of tracks beats out F-Zero X, but I'd definitely rather listen to Mario Kart 7's soundtrack. You just can't beat Rainbow Road, I'm sorry. I'll see you next time for the next episode of Nintendo Music Weekly. This was a great selection for this week, and I'm hoping the app can keep it up with more great picks. There are plenty more to choose from, so I'm excited to see what comes next. Bye!